Hello everyone, a pencil review today. And I am not going to talk at all about who made these pencils because I do not know who made these pencils. Nowhere on these do I see anything to indicate a manufacturer other than that they were made in the USA and they are number 2 pencils. Apart from that, I know nothing about these. Found them in a batch of vintage pencils I came across at some point, and they have been in my collection in the undifferentiated, unidentified portion of my collection, which is sadly large, the collection and the unidentified portion of that collection. If you know who made these made in USA number 2 pencils, please let me know. I would say they are late in 20th century pencil manufacturing based on the look of the ferrule. It's a very common, cheap ferrule that is seen on basic unlabeled pencils like these, which were made in India, but a very similar looking ferrule. So not certainly not prior to the 1970s or 1960s, more recent than that. And it's kind of sad that they still put a lot of effort into the look and manufacture of this pencil, apparently, but didn't feel the need to put their name on it, which I find to be sad. Centering looks good on all of these. These are all the same, 3 color variations of the same pencil, same ferrule. Erasers to match the erasers. Mostly petrified. End stage ossification there on the erasers. None of these are sharpened. I don't think any of the set that I found were sharpened, so I've never used these. Today's the day to try that. Since I have 2 green and 2 blue and 3 red, we'll try a red one. This one has a little bit of damage in the paint there at the end. The shape of the barrel is hex, but it's not a super sharp hex like a Musgrave, but a little more pronounced than your standard maybe Ticonderoga, which is more rounded off. This is a more pronounced hex. Nice metallic paint job, silver foil on the lettering, silver tone on the ferrule, and nothing else. I don't see a imprint anywhere hidden that would tell me who made it. It's a quality paint and ferrule attachment job. Ferrule's crimped on, but often in the cheaper pencils you see today, there's a lot of splintering as the equipment isn't very accurate in placing the ferrules on, and they splinter and remove some of the paint, or you can see the paint going over where they painted it after the ferrule was placed, or lots of sloppiness like that in modern cheap pencil manufacturing, but that's not the case here. Let's give one of these a sharpen. Let's just set that to the side, and we'll use the old standby Deli 0616B. Comment again on this sharpener, as I do frequently. It's been working well for, I don't know, several years, let's say. I looked recently on AliExpress, try to find the 0616B, and under that model name, it no longer exists. So I fear they're no longer making this sharpener. I know there was a change in it, and I did a review of the newer version, which doesn't have these levers and uses a rubberized intake mechanism that is kinder to pencils, but I still like the old standby. Okay, see what a nice point that makes. I believe this is, what is that? That's not cedar. Probably should have used a hand sharpener. I'm not even 100% sure that's wood. Can I tell here? That may be like a very finely graded and epoxied kind of wood. I'm not sure. And look at the way the graphite has kind of come out of the barrel on these at the end. This may be a EPCON process extruded product. It does not feel like wood. If that's wood, that's the finest grained wood I've ever seen, and it's definitely not cedar. That's really strange. It has the feel, the weight of wood. Usually with the EPCON or plastic extruded pencils, you can tell the difference in the weight. Very odd. Do I have an extruded pencil nearby to compare it with? Just a modern Bic. What do they call these? I forget what the name for these was. Extra Fun or something. The weight is different on a plastic pencil. I can't tell for sure. If it's using extruded graphite, I will be able to tell when I write with it. Let's do that so we can hopefully find out. Handwriting is abysmal. I can say with certainty this is a horrible extruded pencil. And now I know why they didn't put the manufacturer name on the pencil, because they were embarrassed to put their name on a horrible Franken pencil like this. Not a fan of extruded pencils at all. I've probably said that before. Let's see if I can get you the experience of what it sounds like on the paper. I'm going to have to mess with the microphone here. I'll hold the microphone nearby. We'll compare that with the Ticonderoga, which, say what you want about the Ticonderoga, it at least is a wooden pencil. Just a different experience. I can understand the use of plastics in a mechanical pencil. I can't really forgive the use of plastics in a, quote, wood-cased pencil. You're not saving any forests. You've just created a monster, and nobody wants to use that. If you see these relatively nice looking, mysterious, unlabeled pencils at the thrift or in the vintage shop or something, just keep walking. It is not worth your time. Thanks for watching this disappointing review of the unlabeled, embarrassing extruded No. 2 Made in USA pencils. Hope to see you here again next time.